Welcome to day 2 of this powerful communication reset bootcamp for couples. I hope day 1 was actually thrilling and you learned a lot, because today we'll be building on that. And like I said on day 1, I said today we're looking at your delivery. It takes a lot in the channels of communication. Now, the things a lot of people don't pay attention is the tone, the choice of words, and the delivery. And that is what we are focusing on today, which is very, very important. I said something, I said your partner isn't listening or isn't trying to ignore you, but your method of expression or expressing makes them feel like they are being attacked. Very true. A lot of people, when they come in for counseling, we discover that the problem is their choice of words. Their choice of words. So a lot of time you are trying to communicate, but it seems like, or they feel like, or what they receive is attack. So we need to understand that our tone matters, our words matters, and our delivery matters. Our delivery talks about our timing, our body language, and the rest of them. Those are the things that we'll be breaking down today. So first of all, let's look at the very, very important thing, which is your words. Your words. I said we need to replace some of our languages. Very important. Your spouse, when you want to say some things or ask for some certain things, you can tell them please, or I was thinking if you could help me with, or can you, if you're not too busy. A lot of people don't use please in their marriages. They don't use please in their homes, and they expect peace to reign, and they expect their husbands or their wives to listen to them. You are not the CEO of your home. You are the head. You are the leader. You can be the CEO in your office, but when it comes to your home, your family, you are not the CEO, you are the leader. So you should even lead by example. If you're using some kind of word with your spouse, how do you expect your children to actually emulate that? So you are not the CEO, you are not the boss, you are the leader. So let's learn to use words like please, can I, oh, I was thinking, and the rest of them. Very, very important. So we need to start using words that open the mind and not feel as if we are going to war with our partner. Very, very important. Now, common speaking patterns that trigger conflicts. Now, there are so many of them, but I just want to pick two. One that is prominent with the women and one that is prominent with the men. Now, first of all, it says using the words always or never, accusation. Things like, you never help me, you always put your business or your family above me. Those words are words of accusation. Always and never. And we can find this in the dictionary of so many couples, especially women. I'm coming to the men anyways. So let's get rid of the word always and never. You never listen to me. Never. But once you say that, the person does not still want to listen. Now, at least you've said I never listen. So what should now make me to listen this time around? That's why we'll go back to the first, which is our language. We must make sure that the language is correct. The language starts with, oh, I was thinking. Oh, can you? Oh, please. The language is important. So when you use the words never or always, you're always this, you're always that, the person naturally shuts down. So if you're going to have effective communication, your starting is very, very important, very key. And then for men, a lot of time, men do what I call stone cold facts without no emotion. You just come as a man and you say things like, the budget is tight, let's reduce our spending, we can't afford this, we can't do this. We are speaking, like I said, we are speaking like a CEO, like a boss. In your family, you should be the leader. So there's a difference between your business and your family. So don't come and deliver a speech and say the budget is tight, so therefore we can't do this. We can't do this anymore. You can't speak like that. Speak like a partner. Oh, I was thinking. Oh, I was going through this and that. I'm so sorry. I've been thinking about something, or I want to share something with you, and all of those. That is the starting point. That is how you should start as a partner. You are not the boss or the CEO in your family. This is very important. Now, like I said, there are so many other speaking patterns that are wrong that people employ, but these are like the basic ones that are actually there. Now, if anything, there's something actually pinned down here in my notes. I said, if anything, we need to understand that I am not here to win an argument. I'm here to win my partner's heart every now and then, as much as I can. So it is not a war that you're trying to win an argument, who win, or who talk pass, or have the last final say. No, those are childish behavior. You are here to win your partner's heart. So that is why your tone, your words, and your delivery must align. Very, very important. Now, talking about tone, it is important that, we're talking about words now, the kind of words, using please, I can, I'm thinking, I'm suggesting, and all of those. It is important that you know the kind of tone you have as a person. Some men or some women or men naturally have high tone, but some women also do. So if your voice is naturally loud, you want to watch it. You just want to start and no. You want to, based on what people have said in the past, the kind of tone that you have as a person. So you want to start with a cool tone, especially if the subject or the discussion is a bit intense. You want to start with a cool tone. Oh, darling, sweetheart, honey, I was thinking, or I passed through something, or I observed. These are different ways to start conversation. Not, I think, you have always, you never, you never get the response you're looking for. Now, like I said, this is a boot camp for communication research. Go back and reset your communication life and your skills. We're going to dive into reframing some words, but these are like the important foundation. Your tone is important. Your words are important. And then let's talk about the takeaway for tonight or for today, which is very, very key. The takeaway, your task for today, which is very, very important, is the delivery part, is reframing your words. For every word that you say, there are different ways to say it. For example, I said in my notes, I said, if you come and say things like, we need to talk, I'm tired of this. There are other ways of saying it. You can say, can we talk about something that has been on my mind? I feel, or I want us to feel more connected on XYZ. Not just, we need to talk, I'm tired of this. No. You will not get the right response by doing that. Also, I have something here. It says, you don't care about me. You can just easily say, I'm feeling, I miss feeling close to you. Or I feel that we're not as connected as we used to be. These are ways you can reframe your words. And that is the task for today. Go back and look at those words that you say. How can I reframe them? Very, very important. When you want to feel more connected, how can you say some other things? How can you share it in a lighter note? So look at ways that you can actually share these things calmly and in a good tone with the right voice, delivering it for the person, for your partner to actually understand where you're coming from, and more importantly, what you are going to, what you want to achieve. So that is the task for today. Please look at three, 4, 5 words that you can actually reframe in your marriage or your relationship. Very important. Now, as we wrap up, I want to say this just by the wayside. Timing and tone shows respect. Timing and tone shows respect. Like I said, your tone of voice matters. Subtle, not loud. Your choice of words matters. Please, can I was thinking, I was observing, matters. Not loud or not just, I'm tired. Can we? No. You always, not those words. Like I said, timing and tone equals respect. So don't bring up intensive conversation when your partner is tired, or even when you are tired, or when you are stressed. No, please don't. Or when you are hungry. No, don't. You need to understand that timing and tone goes hand in hand. You must check the time. Is it good? The tone, is it good? Am I tired? Am I stressed? Because if you are tired and stressed, you will tend to use the wrong language, trying to just pass the word across, trying to hurt the other person. Very important. As we wrap up, I actually want you to understand that your words are either a weapon or a bridge. And you can use every conversation as a means of intimacy, to build on your intimacy, than a tool of destruction. So it is very, very important. Now, if you've gained a lot from this conversation about, communication research, You will get so much value from our mentorship program. The marriage communication blueprints is our mentorship program. And I urge everyone that has joined this boot camp to actually sign up for it. It is just 10,000 naira and it's going to transform your life. If you are going to register now after this boot camp, it's 10,000 naira, but afterwards it's 15,000 naira flat. And this is just a small investment that can tweak and change the trajectory of your relationship and your marriage and the way you communicate. Very important. Like I said, this is tools that people don't know about, but they go, a long way to help your marriage and your communication. So, like I said, let's go back and input everything we've learned from yesterday and today into, our lives, into our marriages. They are very, very important. So, if you want to sign up, which I urge you to, please do sign up. It is just 10,000 naira. Sign up, get involved in the mentorship program. It's going to rewire and re-engineer a lot of things about your marriage. And I hope to see you in class. Bye for now, guys.